Mr. George Oraro, Senior Counsel, Mr. David Ofusu-Dote, members from both Oraro and Company Advocates, and AB and David Africa, friends of the two firms, which include our leading entrepreneur, Dr. Vimal Shah, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I regard it as a special honor and privilege to be here today to witness the launch of the affiliation between two leading firms of advocates, Oraro and Company Advocates, a firm based in Kenya, whose founding father was President Jomo Kenyatta, and AB and David Africa, ABDA, a firm based in Ghana, whose founding father was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Both presidents were among the founding fathers of Pan-Africanism, with Dr. Kwame Nkrumah making a clarion call for African unity. Kenya has benefited from legal professionals from Ghana. The first Black legal counsel of the East African community was a Ghanaian who later served on the bench in Kenya, Honorable Justice Akiwumi. When President Moi wanted to appoint a Black as the Chief Justice of Kenya, I, as his Attorney General, looked for Justice Apalo of Ghana, who agreed to come and serve as Chief Justice in Kenya. When the Secretary General of the Commonwealth wanted the finalization of the draft of Latimer House guidelines on accountability and the relationship between three branches of government, he appointed the current president of Ghana, who was then Minister for Justice and Attorney General of Ghana, and myself as the Attorney General of Kenya to represent Africa on the technical committee. I remember with nostalgia the many visits I made to Ghana as Secretary General of the African Bar Association, and indeed the many visits I've made to the various countries which have been mentioned as areas where ABDA operates. So I think you are now going to see, it gives me great pleasure and joy to be here and witness the launch of the affiliation between these two top legal firms. The development we are witnessing today is timely and highly welcomed, and I would like to congratulate Mr. George Oraro, Senior Counsel, and Mr. David Ofusu-Dote for spearheading this initiative. I was reminded of the famous Akan proverb that says, and here my pronunciation may be way off the mark, Nonya Adidoe, Ne Tuneo, which translated in English, wisdom is like a baobab tree. In other words, one individual cannot embrace it, which in our context translated means no individual law firm can now say they have all the knowledge, the experience to be able to serve in the emerging challenges which are emerging because of the movement towards unity in Africa. So Oraro and company cannot operate in isolation, and neither can ADMA operate also in isolation. And therefore the two to come together is a step in the right direction, which should be emulated by other law firms. Significantly, AFTA offers dispute resolution specialists an opportunity to practice beyond their traditional jurisdictions and to expand their breadth of knowledge and practice across new jurisdictions, especially in matters relating to transactions and dispute resolution. This will certainly be a launching pad for more diverse instructions from all over the world. Practitioners also now have an opportunity to provide legal services beyond their borders, whether directly or through a commercial presence or the establishment of new firms through mergers, acquisitions, or affiliations, thus creating a competitive advantage and thereby ensuring and securing their future in a changing economic landscape. From governments, public entities, to privately held corporations, there will be enhanced need and demand for international trade lawyers, especially with respect to the implementation of AFTA and with its compliance, and subsequently with regard to disputes arising under the said agreement. Forward-thinking practitioners have to be ready for both the opportunities and the challenges that will come with the ratification of AFTA. As we are aware, in Africa, there has been a paradox. The paradox of Africa being the richest country in the world in terms of minerals and natural resources, and yet its population is the poorest in the world. Therefore, attempts to bring together all the countries in Africa began soon after independence, from OAU developed into the African Union, from the Lagos Plan of Action Program, which envisaged the creation of regional economic blocks, and ultimately the African market as a whole. And therefore, we are glad that AFTA has now been signed and ratified, and we can only wish it well. And therefore, law firms have to take up the challenge. And the affiliation of Oraro and Company Advocates has made in joining ABDA as an affiliate member is laudable. Throughout my interactions with the firm of Oraro and Company Advocates, their constant quest for excellence, high-level client care, and a remarkable reputation, particularly around integrity, has always stood out. Qualities, I'm certain, are mirrored also in ABDA. I believe the affiliation Affiliation offers Oraro and Company advocates and ABDA an opportunity to develop the economic depth needed to weather business cycles, broaden and deepen the range of the services they offer to clients, and improve the efficiency with which they can provide their services and effectively compete with international law firms. This will enhance their capacity to effectively compete with international law firms. For me, this affiliation is like a dream being realized, because it may be recalled that when I was the Attorney General and the East African Community came into force, I encouraged that the law firms within East Africa should enter into collaboration. In fact, I even went further and said persons who have been admitted as advocates in Kenya or any member state of East Africa should be able to practice in the other member states of Africa. But it was never realized. But it's now slowly being realized now at the African level. Today, not only have Oraro and Company advocates and ABDA formed a basis for a formalized working relationship, but they have set a trend for similar collaborations between African law firms. I am truly confident that this united front to enhance the practice of law will culminate in greater success and a more enhanced reputation locally, regionally, and globally. In fact, it will also go further and help the realization of the creation of a common market in Africa. We have good investors such as Vinal Shah, doctor. Some of us who are not investors may now be encouraged to say, maybe I should invest in Ghana or in Uganda or wherever they are operating. And I can come to Oraro and Company advocates and they can give me the necessary advice that will be necessary for me to be able to establish a successful investment in those countries. So thanks to Oraro and Company advocates and to ABDA for coming together. It will also help us as your clients. I'm therefore very much humbled to be part of this launch of this journey, and would like to conclude by wishing all parties the very best in this new and noble endeavor. I thank you.